For my entire life, I have wanted to create music. Okay, not my entire life, but sometime in high school, I thought, that'd be pretty neato, right? I started to pick up the piano and then soon after learned the guitar, and it wasn't long before I started to record and produce my own music at my house. At the time, I was producing tons and tons of my own music and cover songs, and I really wanted to release them, but most of them were truly dreadful. So it's probably better for my own pride and for all of your ears that I never actually built up the confidence to put anything out. That is until 2020. I guess amidst being stuck home with COVID and everything, I finally thought, I should upload something. So that year I recorded 2 loop pedal covers of songs I really liked and uploaded them here. At that moment, I didn't have any plans or goals for this YouTube channel, so I just kind of uploaded the videos into the void. I didn't tell anyone about them, and they just kind of sat there for about a year. But on March 20th of the next year, I uploaded what I consider to be my first real video on YouTube, and since then, I've uploaded about 50 cover songs and 3 or 4 original songs here on the channel. But it still really wasn't until the start of this year, 2023, that I decided to commit to YouTube really full-time. So, let me explain. So what's this video here? What are you actually watching? Well, back in January, I made a hard commitment to myself that I was gonna give a shot to making a video every week this year, no matter what, have something done, just to see if I could make this channel grow and do something with it and just see what kind of momentum I could build up. And things have been going all right, but I was reflecting this whole year over what has been working and what hasn't been. And I came up with 3 things I consider big successes and 3 things that I consider kind of failures that I need to change going forward. I wanted to share them with all you, and maybe that would be encouragement for anyone else trying to do the same thing. So let's jump into it. So stick around for the end for a review of the new Strawberry Monster. It's not a sponsor, I just want to try it. So I'll start out with a good thing to make myself feel better, and that's that I made a commitment to keep delivering every week. Normally in life, I think it's good to pursue quality of something rather than just the quantity and a lot of it. But in this case, by producing a lot of music and forcing myself every week to have something done, it helped me to learn so much really quickly. I could spend months perfecting one track over and over and over, redoing recordings of vocals, redoing instrument parts, or just changing the mix over and over. But at the end of the day, just by forcing myself to say, this is finished every Saturday, I managed to learn so much this year, and the acceleration was so much faster. You can actually really see this for yourself. If you jump back 1 year ago and listen to one of my songs, you'll notice a big gap in quality from what I produce now. And if you jump back another year from there, it's significantly worse. While being really committed to perfecting things is a really good quality, just being a finisher is really important, and continually delivering stuff has forced me to get things done, and it's helped me to learn so much just by seeing so many tracks. Now, even though I was uploading weekly, I made a huge mistake by only seeing myself as a musician, a singer, and a music producer. And those were the videos I was making. But my first big mistake was not branching out. I've really had a lot of fun over the last 6 months getting produced challenge videos, tier list videos, or stupid videos where I try to sing while I put down hot sauce.
Hey now, it all stop. Get the show on, yo play.
Don't do that. These have been so much fun, and they kind of scratch this little itch I've had to make more creative, fun videos, and you're actually watching one of these ideas right now that I really have been wanting to make. And the really crazy thing is, I didn't expect any of these videos to do very well, but if you look at my videos the last 6 months, all of these videos where I've tried something new have been some of my best performing videos on my channel. I really regret not chasing a lot of these ideas sooner because they've all done really well, and more importantly, they've been really fun videos that I was just sitting on in my head like, this would be fun, but maybe I shouldn't do that on my channel. Now that being said, the next success that I'm really happy with is only ever making the videos that I actually wanted to make. I think there's always this small temptation on YouTube when you see a video or a song doing super well, thinking, oh, I should make something like that because that will make me successful. And a couple times I've actually gone down that path thinking maybe I should try to take this idea and do it in my own way. Or more often, here's this song that's really popular right now. It would probably be really successful if I made a cover of it, but I didn't even like the song, and thankfully, I've always thrown those out and I've never uploaded any of them. And going back to my last failure on branching out, one of the ways I branched out recently was made this big 2-hour-long passion project about my favorite artist, Owl City. And I honestly thought when I uploaded it, this will get 2 views, the audience retention will be 0, no one will like it. And much to my surprise, it's been my most successful video this year. It was honestly something I made just because I wanted to, and I thought no one would like it. But I think that goes to show when you're passionate about something and you show that, other people who are passionate about the same thing will show up. Although I am really happy I was never chasing only the biggest ideas or covering the most popular songs, my next biggest mistake has to be not doing enough research. You see, so many YouTubers are so good at creating awesome thumbnails and titles that make their videos packaged so nicely. And I think one thing I've been missing on my channel for a long time is the incentive to click on the video. If you see one of my videos, you might think, why would I want to watch a worse version of this song I've already seen? Now, I do try really hard to put my own spin on songs or do loop pedal versions that I think are a different kind of interesting than just listening to the original. That doesn't always come clear in my thumbnails. Hopefully you even clicked on this video right now because you thought the topic would be interesting to you, and hopefully it actually is. I'm still working on how to apply these ideas to music videos, so if you know how to do it and how to be successful, please leave me a comment and let me know. My third and final thing I consider to be a huge success here is mastering the tools that I have. If you go back to my very first video on the channel, I think you'll find that the camera quality looks pretty cheap and that the music sounds like it was all recorded on lousy equipment or bad microphones. But if you jump forward to right now, I think you'll find that the camera quality looks pretty sharp, pretty professional, and that the music sounds like it was recorded in a nicer studio with nicer equipment. So what equipment did I buy? What microphone am I using? What lens am I using that has made this video quality just increase so drastically? Actually, I'm using literally all the same equipment. I haven't bought anything because I committed that I wouldn't buy any new gear until YouTube was already making me money. So what happened? When it comes to video, I learned how to light things right. I learned how to do 3-point lighting, and I use it for pretty much everything. I use the same lens, same camera, and I've just learned how to frame my shots a lot nicer. When it comes to audio, well, first off, I turn the air conditioner off before I record now. It makes a big difference. I learned how to use a compressor, and I learned how to use equalization pretty well. I think it would surprise most people how cheap a poorly lit, poorly framed shot on a super expensive camera looks, and how professional a well-lit, well-framed shot can look on your cell phone. So don't let the gear hold you back. Like the old saying goes, the best camera to film on is the camera you have. So use it, get the absolute best that you can out of it, and just commit yourself to being a learner. So my sixth and final mistake has to be the biggest mistake that I ever made. If I were to redo this all again, I would make every single mistake I already made again, except this one. This is the mistake that held me back basically from 2014 to 2020 when I uploaded that first video. And that is being way too afraid to start. You see, I produced my first song in 2014. And I sat on that till 2020 because I was too embarrassed by the production and how poorly I sang and how poorly I played to ever put anything out there. And honestly, if I were to have put it out there, yeah, it would have been bad and kind of embarrassing. But the amount that I improved in those 6 years of quietly working on stuff is so little compared to the amount I improved from 2020 to 2021. Just the motivation you get from putting yourself out there and sharing things and getting feedback from people helps you grow so much faster. And I've had so much great feedback from my siblings and my friends telling me things I could improve, things I could do better. I mean, in my first video, I think I'm a truly pretty bad singer, but now 3 years later, I feel pretty comfortable singing and would sing in public. I don't think I'm amazing and I still have a long journey in front of me, but even coming down to a park with people walking around and looking at me and saying, hey, what you doing? That would be really weird a few years ago, but now, you know, it's still really weird and uncomfortable. I don't recommend doing this. The consequences of looking dumb in public are actually really, really minimal. Just don't do anything like criminal. Actually, I've been feeling really silly making this video, and like 15 minutes ago, a couple boys walked by, probably about 10 to 12 years old, and they're like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm making a video. And they're like, oh, for YouTube? Like, yeah, I'm making a video for YouTube. I'm like, that's so cool. Howdy. Oh, no, you're good. Totally cool. So the biggest encouragement I've gotten today was by some kids who just thought getting out here and making a video was cool. Anyhow, go do it. You know, my real biggest mistake is filming this video at sunset. Anyhow, I hope sharing some of my experiences and my failures has been helpful to you. It's been really helpful to me to reflect on them, and it's gonna help guide me going forward, because growth here is a lot slower than you think it will be and a whole lot slower than I want it to be. But I'm really enjoying what I'm making. I'm hoping everyone out there is enjoying what I've been putting out. So if you want to support me along my journey, get subscribed to the channel or go check me out on Spotify or Amazon Music, whatever. So let's go try a monster. It's good.